No, I am who I am.
Okay.
No. I mean, before I left the hotel, it takes a lot to groom this gorilla, so.
Okay. All right, so how does it feel to...
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. This is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. DA, take it away.
Well, thanks very much, guys. Now, it's no secret at the end of quarters, players will wait until just after the buzzer sounds to fire up heaves so they won't hurt their field goal percentage. To encourage a nothing-to-lose approach on these plays, many say it's past time that the league only counts the makes in those situations. Kevin, it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, it is. Do it. Thanks, TA. An exciting rookie class this year as always, Doris. Just how big an impact could this new injection of talent mean as the season really gets going?
Obviously, it has to play out. It's too soon to say exactly. But what we know unequivocally is one key draft pick can dramatically impact a team's success. So with any luck, some of the teams have absolutely acquired season-altering players.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Bogdanovich and Vanderbilt are the forwards. Conley out there with Colin Sexton. And it's Azubuike in at the 5. And for Los Angeles, the guard and off guard, filled by Jackson and Powell. On court spots are the deadly George and Leonard. And it's Morris in at the center, locking down the middle. Drains it from beyond the arc. George has got the first basket of the game for Los Angeles.
Well, no hesitation. The full arsenal on display here. The catch and shoot, rise and fire. Yes, Paul George.
Bogdanovich passes to Vanderbilt. And here's Leonard. Turned in an outstanding game against San Antonio. Outside, George. Over Bogdanovich. George, no good. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for Utah. It's a three-point game.
Well, in spite of the critics and the injuries, Paul George continues to produce one of the league's truly elite players. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And you mentioned the injuries for Paul George. Let's see, G8, the broken leg, shoulder surgeries, last season a torn elbow ligament.
And I'm sure there are a few others, Kevin, but give him credit. To battle through and maintain his greatness tells you something about his competitive will.
Here's Sexton, following the score by Reggie Jackson. Shot from 12. Here's Vanderbilt. The 9-footer's on the mark.
Well, that's an example of using both vision and playmaking ability to find the open teammates. Sexton is a quality floor general.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Pass to Powell. On the wing, George. And another 3 for the Clippers.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially. That pass was about the location, puts it perfectly into the hands of his teammate.
LA's gone 2 of 2 from 3-point range here in the first quarter. Jackson against Conley. Jackson kicks to George. Here's the 3, and the 3 ball is good. George has got 9 points.
Talk about hitting the ground running. 4 for 5 to start.
Here's Bogdanovich, and Bogdanovich throws it down.
Well, if you want to pinpoint one thing about Mike Conley, it's his feel for the game. That's a pretty pass.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Pass to Powell. Driving in. Rebound by Azubuike.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Bogdanovich passes to Azubuike. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Well, how about the court awareness from Bogdanovich showing off his ability to find the open man, Kev?
We've got 1:55 left in the first.
And since 1999, the Clippers and Lakers have shared their downtown LA arena, the only NBA teams to split a venue, but that's going to change soon.
Morris with the bucket.
Well, this guy's a capable scorer from the interior. Marcus Morris adept at using that size and touch to his advantage.
And a first time out of the game called for Utah. The Clippers broke ground on their new arena, set to open in Inglewood in 2024. I've seen the footprint. You fly right into LAX, and you see it every time. It's going to be beautiful.
And that'll be huge for the Clips. If they're trying to create their own identity in Southern California, having a venue just for the Clippers will help.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Robert Covington's checked in for Morris. Amir Coffey comes in for George. Mann's checked in for Norman Powell, and John Wall subbed in for Jackson. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Horton Tucker. Beasley kicks to Gay. Markkanen sets the pick for Gay. And there's the pass to Markkanen. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. Nelson, the big men in the league, didn't mind drifting out and letting it fly from deep. Here are the best three-point shooters, centers, and power forwards. Robert Covington on top.
And maybe most of the time a coach doesn't want to see his center or power forward drifting away from the hoop, but that's not the case with him.
Now here's Wall. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Listen, we are talking about one of the strongest and most physical players at his position. John Wall, give me a little contact, no problem.
And so Sexton will bring it up for the Utah Jazz, trailing by 5. This, their first look at this year's Los Angeles squad.
And they usually came out on top when these two teams faced off last year. No surprise, they're the better team.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
Free throw good, Sexton.
And you know there aren't many teams with a more dedicated fan base than Utah's. The Jazz fans are behind their team no matter what.
And Sexton drops them both.
Colin Sexton's nickname, the Young Bull, is appropriate. This guy is a fiery competitor, and you know he approaches the point guard position with a scorer's mentality. So critical in the modern NBA.
And that one, good.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
And the Jazz with possession here. It's a 5-point game. Beasley with a clean look. The Jazz again can't hit it. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 3 from deep. 9 points rung up from outside here in the first. Leonard inside. He's against Gay. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Wall.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Jazz trail by 7. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Wall against Sexton. Marking in a screen on Wall. Here's Sexton. The teardrop falls in.
How about the soft touch on the floater from Colin Sexton? You must have that in your arsenal.
Now Covington. This one for 3. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
Big time shot to beat the buzzer there. My goodness.
Well, that's the perfect end to the quarter for them. You have no idea how much of an effect those buzzer beaters can have on a team's momentum.
And so it's Los Angeles in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
And that was obviously the plan coming in. Now the big question, can they maintain that efficiency from range as the game goes along?
And in the last decade, defenses switching on screens has increased dramatically. Is this the new normal, you think?
Kevin, I think so. I think teams that switch well tend to defend well. Because switching can create mismatches, but it's harder to punish those now with all the help defense.
On the floor for Utah, getting going here in the second quarter. Bogdanovich and Vanderbilt are the forwards. Beasley is out there with Conley, and it's Markkanen in at center. Down low, and Markkanen throws it down.
This is a 7-footer with some big-time vertical. Markkanen makes that look effortless.
Clippers leading by 8. Here's Mann. Passes it to Boston. Clippers moving the ball around. Fires for 3, and another 3 for the Clippers.
He might not have the long-range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
Beasley dishes to Conley. Here's Markkanen. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
LA has gone along perfectly from three-point range tonight. They've gone 5 for 5.
And for years, Mike Conley had an interesting title. The best player to never make an All-Star game. Well, that changed in 2021 when Conley was named an All-Star.
Jazz trail by 11. Conley with it. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Looking for Bogdanovich, and he gets it there. Out to Conley. Offline with his three. For Mike Conley, year 13 was lucky for him, going to that first All-Star game.
And that was the longest wait ever to become an All-Star. Conley, 33 at the time of that first selection, just shows you the work ethic of Mike, always trying to improve.
Now, here's Markkanen. He had 15 points last outing. Markkanen sets the pick for Beasley. Clock at 6. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
Covington's shot is off. And Beasley has the ball here for Utah. They trail by 11. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd, and that's obviously easier said than done.
I'll tell you this, it looked like they wanted to get out of town as quickly as possible. The problem is their defense went with them.
For three, Covington. Vanderbilt with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Pass to Beasley. Pass to Vanderbilt. Markkanen in the corner. Beasley up top. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Lakers in Los Angeles. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Both teams deciding to change it up. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Now the pass to Powell. Fires the three. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got his 3rd assist on the night. Doris, it's been great to see the Clippers rise to prominence over the last 10 years, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, listen, this was an organization that spent years in futility, but you have to admire the transformation that has led to consistent success. They used to be a franchise that made the playoffs maybe once in a decade. Now you expect them to contend in the West. This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
From 12 feet out. And he overshot that one, missing. Los Angeles leading by 14. Here's Batum. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Well, we've come to expect this from Mike Conley, putting the pass on time and on target.
Batum for three. Drills it from outside. Batum's got 5.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. A different look for Utah. Rudy Gay's checked in for Lauri Markkanen. Horton Tucker comes in for Bogdanovich. And it's Colin Sexton in for Mike Conley. 43 seconds left in the first half. Outside, Batum. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 5 assists tonight. Here's Sexton. Gay outside. And then Gay with the dunk.
Yeah, and I just like the show of force there from Gay. Not settling for the simple layup, but showing his dominance, trying to intimidate with that slam.
Jackson against Sexton. Jackson gets the bucket. Jackson's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Sexton for 3. And that one released in time, but no good. A dominating first half of basketball. And so far, hasn't been close. Clippers ahead, opening up a huge gap. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Here with Ty Lue, good rhythm for your offense in the first half. What did you like about the start?
Moving the basketball, taking the right shot, making the right play. We make the extra pass, we're a tough team to beat.
And you were sure tough in the first half, Coach. Thanks. Back to you.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
Hello, everybody. Maybe a bit of a surprise in this one, but what a fantastic first half we witnessed for the Los Angeles Clippers.
You know, I almost feel bad for that offense. They're trying to contest the outside shot, but no matter what they do, they're getting decimated by the three ball.
I like how you almost feel bad for him, Kenny. Like
Yes.
you were almost showing a bit of empathy. And now we turn our attention to the Western Conference standings here in the early going.
You look at Los Angeles, they've been incredible out the gates. You could see this coming. We talked about this, and the way they prepared for the season was tremendous.
That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
So with George on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. The guard and off guard, filled by Jackson and Powell. The post pairing, Batum and Zubac. And it's Coffey in at the small forward. Now, here's Bogdanovich. 6 on the shot clock. From downtown, nailed from three-point land. Bogdanovich has got 7 points in the game.
Well, this is Bojan Bogdanovich's specialty. You make a three on one end, he says, I got your back.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Los Angeles. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. And that's game 2 of this string of 4 games played at home. Batum with the 3, and another 3 for the Clippers.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And the dunk by Vanderbilt.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. And Doris, one of the Jazz games you called last year was pretty special. It was the first all-female broadcast team in NBA history.
And one of the best parts for me, Kev, was there were a variety of women in roles that will never be seen on the camera. So tape, graphics, audio, operations, each and every one of them, just like the 3 broadcasters who were calling the game, have been in their position at some point where the only person in the room was of your gender, just like yourself. So it's unique that the entire broadcast was filled with very capable women. It was such an honor to be a part of.
So it's the Clippers now, following the bucket by the Jazz. Here's Zubac, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
Great play calling, great execution, leads to 4 for 4 to start this half.
Inside, the alley-oop layup. Very well done.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. Here's Jackson. Outside, Batum. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
What's interesting to me is when somebody takes a buyout, that typically means they're close to done. That is not the case with Nick Batum. He got bought out of Charlotte in 2020, and he's still a very good basketball player.
Free throw good from Batum. Talking about Batum, that buyout doors seemed to really rejuvenate him.
It's exactly right, Kevin. He moves to L.A., and we know everyone loves playing in that city. All of Batum's numbers went way up, and you have to wonder, maybe that buyout refocused Nick.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Robert Covington's checked in for Zubac. John Wall comes in for Norman Powell, and it's Luke Kennard in for Jackson.
One of the things I admire most about Nick Batum is how consistently he gives effort through 48 minutes. Plays with his head in the game and giving his all-out effort every play.
Now, here's Sexton. Over Kennard. The shot by Sexton, no good. Pass to Coffey. Puts up a 3. Connects from three-point range. Coffey's got 6 points.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Now Covington, after Bogdanovich missing on that last three-pointer. Sexton the pass to Gay. Here's Horton Tucker. Covered by Wall. The offensive rebound. Bogdanovich wide open. And once again, off the mark by Utah. Los Angeles has gotten all 4 of the three-point shots to go down since halftime. They're lighting it up here. 4-3, Covington. Utah with the rebound. Bogdanovich looking around. There's the feed to Sexton. Poked away. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Sexton. Beasley's checked in for the Jazz.
Substitution, Malik Beasley.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. Knocked away. .104 left in the third quarter. Pass to Kennard. Shot clock at 5. From outside the arc, buries the long-range jumper.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Gay passes to Markkanen. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. Robert Covington picks one up. And Markkanen can give you, Greg, a solid defensive effort at both the 3 and the 4.
And Kevin, many thought Markkanen was a defensive liability, but give him credit, worked hard to prove he wasn't. And while not a superb defender, he has become a plus defender for this team.
What I'm always impressed by, guys, is Markkanen's versatility. The guy can face up and make jump shots. He can be enough of a presence on the interior that you're very comfortable with him in this modern NBA game.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Here's Sexton. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. And it's Sexton penetrating. Leonard with the steal. Kennard against Sexton. Kennard kicks to George. Launches it. With the clock running down, sends it home! What a shot!
You want drama? We've got drama. That's the way to end a quarter.
That is a way to fire him up, fire up the team. What a tremendous play.
And so it's Los Angeles out there all by themselves with a 32-point lead to end the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Back right after this. And let's take a listen now to Coach Tyronn Lue.
Keep attacking, all right? Now, come on, be aggressive, all right? Let's move the ball, let's swing the ball, move body, drive and kick, all right?
Well, staying focused on the task at hand. You heard it in Coach Lue's voice, urging his guys on.
All about focus and how you execute at this point. Tough to beat.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. And Utah looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. We've got Butler, and it's Johnson in at the 4. And here are the Clippers. Outside Leonard. The tray. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got his 7th assist in the game. And even with the ratings going strong, the younger generations often cord-cutting. How does the NBA engage that audience?
Kevin, I think making game action trend on social media and when big moments happen for maybe a small fee, allow people to be a part of it. It's like highlights, but live.
And another 3 for the Clippers.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
To the middle, here's Johnson. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Pass to man. In the corner, Kennard with it. There's the 3, and another 3 for the Clippers.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
The pass to Balmore. And the layup's good off the glass.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Leonard on the wing. Trying to find Jackson. He's got it now. Lays it up and banks it in.
I love to see a guard who's willing to fight through contact and finish. Reggie Jackson does just that.
Here's Butler. Tries again. Azubuike. Good.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Kennard for 3. Traps in the tray. Kennard's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
The Clippers have gotten every shot they've taken so far in the fourth quarter to go in. That's 5 in a row to start the quarter. Back to Morris. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Well, Kawhi Leonard has improved his passing ability on time and on target. Yes, sir.
Azubuike against Morris. Azubuike, no good. Los Angeles has gotten in the groove from three-point range. They are 4 for 4 since the third quarter ended. Butler against Jackson. Takes it off the glass. Jackson's got 4 points this quarter.
Reggie Jackson has got the willingness to convert on the interior. Nice touch right there.
Jazz have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Abaji, the pass to Butler. That one's off, still out of sync. And here are the Clippers now. We've got 1:28 left in the fourth quarter. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Clippers.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Paul George.
They simply can't stop him right now. This guy playing with passion and focus.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Robert Covington's checked in for Leonard. Amir Coffey comes in for Luke Kennard. Norman Powell's checked in for Mann. And John Wall subbed in for Reggie Jackson. There's a minute left in the fourth quarter. Now here's Wall. In the corner, Powell with it. A 3, 6 to shoot. Markkanen pulls it in. And it's the Jazz's ball. Here's Horton Tucker. Passes it to Conley. To halt the run. Another miss by Utah. And here is Morris. Over to the left wing. Here's Coffey. Los Angeles with another miss. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Gay passes to Markkanen. And it's good for 2.
Well, get the ball and go to work. Markkanen using his size to great effect inside.
Guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
Covington with the bucket.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home, no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who's standing by with our player of the game. Take it away, David.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Kawhi, the play of the reserves was great tonight. What does that say about this team?
You know, that's what's great about us. We have a great bench coming in right behind us, picking up the tempo and playing great and playing great defense as well.
Well, it was a team effort tonight that got you the victory, man. I appreciate your time. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. As we leave you with our New Balance Player of the Game, Paul George.